Hello. So we're gonna do something I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is my 25 favorite Depeche Mode songs. I think I threatened this like a year ago when I did my 25 favorite Cure song videos. And I have a couple more that I am working on. I will be doing an Erasure and a Eurythmics, my 25 favorite songs of both of those artists. If you'd like to see more or have suggestions of who you'd like to know my favorite 25 songs, again, this is my favorite 25 songs of Depeche Mode, not yours. We can have things in common. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me, you can say, hey, you forgot this one. I would also like to remind you what Depeche Mode's had like 14, 15 studio albums. I wrote out a whole bunch of other stuff down, but I did not write that down. Their debut came out in 1981? Is that right? Yeah, 1981 is when the debut came out. Vince Clarke was the original member who then would go on to Erasure. Of course, Yazoo, then Erasure. And I've been listening to Depeche Mode for years. I started listening to them probably 86, 87. People Are People was the very first Depeche Mode song I ever heard. I consider myself a fan. It kind of stops for me after Ultra. There's some moments, but as for a full album, and I think I have one song that's past Ultra. So there you have that. So my 25, I'm including B-sides, because a lot of the times the B-sides are better than the actual singles. And I've seen Depeche Mode, 5 or 6 times. Most of the time I've seen them with Shane. So just a band that has been a part of my life from as long as I can remember. So I would have been like 14, 15, something like that when I started listening to them. They were one of the first ones, along with Erasure and Eurythmics, that really brought me into that new wave synth pop style of music. So I do have a couple honorable mentions. I will show albums that these songs are on. This is a nice time that maybe if I edited my videos or if I had some sort of program to put the song titles up on the screen, but I ain't got time for that. Maybe one day. It would be nice. I thought about writing them all out and showing a piece of it. Then I'm like, I don't want to write it down 25 pieces of paper. So you're getting what you're getting. This is already going to be a long video because we're talking about 25 songs. Technically 27 because I do have 2 honorable mentions. So let's start with that. My first honorable mention, it is off of the Behind the Wheel single from 1987. It is their cover of Route 66. I love the way they do this song. There's also a really great mix. I forgot what it's called, that is also on the single, and it combines Behind the Wheel with Route 66. So I like them both for different reasons. I like the one with Behind the Wheel mixed into it, but I also just like that straight, cover of Route 66. Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona. Kingman, Bosco, San Bernardino. And I actually know where Flagstaff and Winona and Kingman are because I grew up in Arizona. So what are you gonna do about that? All right. Second honorable mention would be Photographic. Photographic was, I think that's off Speak and Spell. If I'm remembering correctly. The version I'm talking about, it's a remix. It's called Some Bizarre Version. It's from the singles 81 to 85, the 1998 version that came out on CD. I don't believe that was released on vinyl. So let's get to it. At number 25, from Black Celebration from 1986, would be Stripped. Let me see you stripped down to the bone. What can I say about Stripped? It's sexy. It's Take my hand. It's just so good. So good. So yeah, number 25, Stripped from 1986. Newest one on the list. This is from their most recent album, Memento Mori, from 2023. Actually saw this tour. Shane met me in Kansas City, and we drove to Chicago. That is what made me fall in love with Chicago, was that trip, and now I'm living here. So there you have it. I'm gonna take this out of this sleeve because this cover is weird, so I could only find like a really bad sleeve to put it in. So from Memento Mori, Memento Mori, would be Ghosts Again. And when I first heard the single, I was so surprised because their last 4 or 5 albums, even the singles, I wasn't that impressed with. And this just kind of felt like this was taking me back to kind of the Songs of Faith and Devotion era. And of course, this is after, you know, the loss of what? Andy or Alan? Andy, okay. I knew it wasn't Alan, but anyways, it's just, yeah, how my brain is. It does have the little in memory of Andrew John Fletcher, so. Anyways, so this is when they're now a duo instead of a trio. They'd been a trio for a very long time. And Ghosts Again, there's just so many wonderful things about it. The music is great. Dave's voice is in top shape. And the tour was incredible. It was great to see them again. Very different. Had I seen them as a trio? Yeah. I think one the time before, but most of it had been the 4 of them. So yes, from 2023, at number 24 would be Ghosts Again. I know I'm gonna need that record again. I'm not gonna need this one again. Number 23, this is from Construction Time Again, from 1983. There's moments too where it's like they have albums that I just absolutely love, and then some that I'm just like, this one is okay. But this song, number 23, they're grabbing hands, grab all they can, everything counts in large amounts. Remember, like the first time, I think it was the Songs of Faith and Devotion tour. Can't really see my shirt there, but yeah, that was the first tour I saw them back in '94. And yeah, did they close with Everything Counts? I don't know. That was a million years ago, so I can't remember shit, because remember, I'm a senior center. So everything counts in large amounts. So yes, at number 23 from Construction Time Again from 1983 would be Everything Counts. I don't think I need that one again. All right, so the next one, this is actually a soundtrack track. So at number 22, this is from Until the End of the World. And I've never seen the movie. I don't know what it's about. I know U2 and I think Talking Heads were on the soundtrack. I'm gonna go down just a tad with that. Okay. Anyways, there's a song called Death's Door. I'm knocking on Death's door. It's so good. It is so great. I love it so much. Yeah, I don't know what more I can say about Death's Door. If you have not heard it, definitely check it out. There's some remixes of it, and I use Apple Music, and really probably shouldn't, but it's whatever. There's a remix that's like on one of the albums. I think it might be on the Violator Extended, possibly, but I think it is. But you want to find the soundtrack Until the End of the World, and that's the version you want to hear. You don't want to hear the remix. It's okay, but this version is where it's at. So at number 22 from 1991 would be Death's Door. Number 21, also a B-side. So, well, I guess Death Door wasn't, but this is from the Never Let Me Down Again single from 1987, and that would be Pleasure, Little Treasure. Pleasure, little treasure, everybody looking, oh, it's so good. It's so good. We had the cassette tape, I believe, or was it the CD? The Music for the Masses actually had, I'm pretty sure, had Pleasure, Little Treasure on it, and for the longest time until actually I got, it might not have been on the cassette tape. I'm pretty sure it was on the CD, and for the longest time I thought that was a song on the album until I actually got the record and it wasn't on there, and I was like, what? And then I did my research and it was like, oh, it's actually just a B-side. It was actually not an album track. So from 1987, number 21, Pleasure, Little Treasure. At number 20, also a B-side from the Master and Servant single from 1984. That would be Set Me Free, Remotivate Me. Set me free, remotivate me. I've mentioned this before. I went on a church trip, my brother and I did in 1988. We went, it was called Especially for Youth, and we went to BYU and spent a week there and did all this, religious garbage or whatever. And feeling the spirit and being so happy that we're LDS and whatever. But I met a lot of really great people. I don't know that I'm in contact with any of them, but I was for a very long time. But Susie Wellman, she, was it Susie? No. It was, Amy Matron. She made me, a Cure mixtape and a Depeche Mode mixtape. And the Depeche Mode mixtape had Set Me Free, Remotivate Me on it. And I was just like, oh, this song is so great. Maybe it's really not, but it's so good. So number 20 from 1984, Set Me Free, Remotivate Me. Number 19 from Songs of Faith and Devotion from 1993, Get Right With Me. And I still remember hearing this live, and I think hearing the live performance of this, and there's another song that I'll mention, it was also from the same tour, hearing them live just did something, just the way, Dave moved around the stage, and it's just, yeah, Get Right With Me. So at number 19 from 1993 would be Get Right With Me. And we need that one again. Okay, let's see. Number 18, the opening track off of their 1990 album Violator, and that would be The World in My Eyes. Also, fun fact, later The Cure would cover that, which is a pretty decent cover. This is better. Let me take you on a trip around the world and back. I hated Violator for a very long time. It's a great album, but it's not my favorite, and I don't like when people are like, oh, this is the greatest Depeche Mode album. That would be Songs of Faith and Devotion, but that's my opinion, just saying. It is a great album, but this is the album that up until that point, nobody in my small town knew who Depeche Mode were, and they would make fun of me and call me faggot because I liked this, and then all of a sudden this album came out, and they're using guitars, and they're not as electronic, and the album is huge, and everybody in my stupid small town is listening to this album, and they have taken Depeche Mode away from me, and I am angry. So I did not like Depeche Mode for about a year. Whatever. I wouldn't let things like that do anything like that to me now. But yes, number 18 from 1990, World in My Eyes. Let's see, where are we at? Number 17 from their debut, 1981, Speak and Spell. That would be Puppets. I'll be your operator, baby. I'm in control. Oh my God, Puppets is just so great. Written by Vince Clarke. Such a fan-fucking-tastic song. I love it so very much. Different Depeche Mode then. I mean, there's Cynthia, you're not gonna really see the Depeche Mode that you know of today until, about Music for the Masses and really into Violator. But yeah. Number 17, Puppets. don't think I need that one again. Number 16, this is a B-side from the World in My Eyes single from 1990. And that would be Sea of Sin. Sea of Sin, no way. The B-sides, there's so many B-sides from the Violator period that are so far superior than like some of the album tracks, Sea of Sin being one of them. Yeah, such a great song. I've been trying to find the Personal Jesus and World in My Eyes 12s for the longest time so I can have these songs on vinyl, but the few times I've seen them, they've been like $80, and I'm like, $80 for a 12? I'm not sure I'm okay with that. So number 15 from Songs of Faith and Devotion, right? Where is Songs of Faith and Devotion? Songs of Faith and Devotion would be Judas. Oh my God, Judas. Such a great song. Another one that was just fantastic live. Really love that song. 1993, and number 15, Judas. Number 14, is this the closing track? I believe. No, it's almost the closing track off of Ultra. So from 1997, that would be The Bottom Line. Oh my God. I'll follow you. Is that right? Is that the right song? I did a playlist and I listened to all of these several times before I did this, and now like half of them, the tunes are not in my head. But yeah, number 14 from Ultra from 1997 would be The Bottom Line. I don't know if I need that one again. Let's see. Number 13, 1986 from Black Celebration. That would be Dressed in Black. She's dressed in black again, and I'm falling down again, down to the floor again. I'm begging for more again. I know you all love it so much when I sing, because I have the voice of an angel. It's so delightful and pleasing to your ears, and I'm just here to help you and make you feel better about life. But I'm not gonna stop, so I know I can't sing, but I just love that song. Oh my gosh, when I heard it, when I got this cassette tape for the first time, it's great, by the way. This is my German pressing. So wonderful. My nose from this. Yeah, so number 13. 1986, Dressed in Black. Where are we at? Number 12, another B-side from The World in My Eyes, 1990 single. That would be Happiest Girl I Ever Knew. Why you smile, that smile you do, or something like, I don't know. Oh, Happiest Girl. So good. Again, those B-sides from Violator, just so freaking fantastic. Definitely check these out. I'm sorry that y'all have to like listen to me and write them down, but I would put them in the description. Maybe later I'll go back and do that, but I want you to be surprised. I don't want you to just look in the description and know what my 25 is. So y'all, maybe I'll work on getting some sort of program so I can, at least when I do something like this, put the song titles on the front. I just, any suggestions on some relatively cheap programs, and that does not require a lot of work. I literally just want to be able to type in when I'm, and I don't want to be too crazy. I just don't have the time. I don't want it to completely take over my life. Okay, where are we at? So Happiest Girl I Ever Knew, right? That's number 12. So there's a lot off of this album. From number 11 from 1993 from Songs of Faith and Devotion, Mercy in You. Mercy in You. Yeah, another one, seeing it live at that. I immediately, because, you know, I'd listened to the album quite a bit, but it was like, I heard that live and I had to go get the CD and put it and play it, you know, right away. Just like, I had to hear, you know, this and whatever the other one I was talking about earlier, Get Right With Me. I feel like they opened with Get Right With Me, but again, this is 500 years ago that I saw them, so, well, for the first time. So yeah, at number 11 would be Mercy in You from 1993. So from 1982, From a Broken Frame, what good is a photograph of you when all it ever does is make me feel blue. I love that song. Love it. Well, obviously I love all these songs because they would be on my freaking list, but yeah, people might be like, why is that number 10? They have so many better songs. They really don't have any, like, I mean, it's such a, Photograph of You is just a freaking fantastic. It's so great. So at number 9, also a B-side from 1989 from the Personal Jesus single, that would be Dangerous. The Way You Leave Me Wanting More. That's all I want you for. Oh my God, that song. I remember when Personal Jesus came out and being disappointed and being like, so we just had music for the masses. And this is the single they're giving us. This is what I have to look forward to from the new record. Like, I did not care for Personal Jesus. I like it, you know, I have a different appreciation for it now. It's not one of my favorite songs of theirs. Obviously, it's not in this list. There's a lot of their singles that are not in this list because I've always been more about album tracks and B-sides. And there's some singles here, you know, but it's whatever. Oh God, Dangerous, The Way You Leave. But that saved it. That as a B-side saved it and made me still want to, okay, well, if maybe the album is anywhere close to Dangerous, then maybe it's still, you know, savable or whatever. So we are at number 8. And speaking of Violator, Clean, the cleanest I've been. Oh my God, that song! And there's this version. It's called, I think it's Clean, and then it's in parentheses Bare. So it's like an acoustic stripped down version of that song. Oh my God, is that good? I mean, the album track is really like, that's the version you want. But if you want to hear a little different, a little Flavor Flav, you know, a little something, something, a little get your earbuds or your eargasms going, you might want to listen to that acoustic Clean Bare in parentheses version. So great. So from 1990, Clean. Number 7 from 1987 from Music for the Masses would be I'm Taking a Ride with My Best Friend and I Hope He Never Lets Me Down Again. Oh, Never Let Me Down Again. So good. Great song because you're taking a ride in your car with your best friend. So wonderful driving song. Just fantastic. Love it so much. Thank you. All right, number 6 from 1985. I believe this might have been on the Catching Up With, but this is the B-side for Shake the Disease, and that would be Flexible. I ask myself, is it a sin to be flexible? Yes, so good. Number 5, getting down to the wire here, from 1984, from Some Great Reward would be Blasphemous Rumors. I don't want to start any blasphemous rumors, and I think that God's got a sixth sense of humor. So good. I remember feeling very sacrilegious listening to the song in my little young LDS Mormon days, thinking that it was so wrong for me to hear a song that was saying blasphemous and saying that God had a sixth sense of humor. Sometimes I think he might, so whatever. Okay, so number 4 from Music for the Masses from 1987, Little 15. Oh God, Little 15. It's a smile with your smile. Little 15. Oh my God, yes. 1987, Little 15. Number 4. Number 3. Also from Some Great Reward from 1984. Lie to Me. Come on and lay with me. Come on and lie to me. Tell me you love me. Say I'm the only one. I I mean, is that not what anybody wants to hear? Even if you're lying, even if you're telling me a lie, tell me you love me. Oh my God, I have loved that song since I've heard it. I think some great reward between this and Songs of Faith and Devotion. They go back and forth between which one's my favorite, but yeah. And then, I thought that was the B-side. I guess it is on the album. Where is it at? Number 2. Death is everywhere. There are flies on the windscreen. The music, it's so great. So from 1986, Fly on the Windscreen at number 2. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. I mean, have you been waiting for this? I don't know. And I'm just a mess. I don't know where the record is. Is that it? Yeah, okay. All right, so this truly is my favorite Depeche Mode song. It has been probably since I heard it in 1990. Maybe a saving grace on this album for me because I was so disappointed in it. But yeah, from Violator, my favorite Depeche Mode song is Blue Dress. Put it on, the one, put it on. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. It's so sexy. It's so everything. It's just everything I want in a Depeche Mode song. What? And it's Martin, and oh my God, right? It's Martin singing that. I half the time can't tell them apart. I mean, I can, but oh my God, so great. My favorite Depeche Mode song, bar none, hands down, from 1990 is Blue Dress. Hopefully this has been somewhat enjoyable. I've tried to keep this under half an hour. I succeeded by a little, so I hope everybody's doing great. Let me know your favorite Depeche Mode songs. What do you think of my list? Is it terrible? I don't think it's terrible, but it's my list, so of course I'm not gonna think it's terrible. You go ahead and think. You have your opinion. Try to make me cry. It's not gonna work, okay? So, thanking you.